Hello. Today I want to talk about something that we all seem to have a lot of interest these days, which is having spiritual experiences. And I think that a lot of times we think they have to be, angelic with, halos and choirs and all kinds of magical side effects. But the nature of a spiritual experience is for you to have this moment of complete connectivity with yourself, which obviously is this direct path to the creator, the larger forces, your inner nature, however you want to characterize it. But it's that feeling. So I asked two of my friends recently when they had their first spiritual experience. And one of my friends said that she'd been swimming when she was a little girl, and as she dove under the water and opened her eyes for the first time, she had the sense of complete connectivity with everything around her. And that was when her faith was born, such as it is, right? Whatever faith means to you. And then another friend of mine ushered in his church, and while the service was going on, he and his friends went outside and played. And when he came back in, he had this experience of the church being full of almost dead people, whereas he had been outside alive in the sunshine with his friends. And again, that was a moment where he had sort of an act of faith. So the reason I'm saying this is that these are random, and maybe you get one your whole life and you talk about it, whatever, or you never think about it. But the word of the day is really a gateway to this kind of connectivity, however you want to characterize it, whether it's spiritual, it's to your inner self or your true identity. And this is something that you can do every single morning, and you can do it all day long. It's just a question of intention and saying, I want to have that connectivity. So I'll tell you a story. So one of my guys who's coming to do some marketing for me came on one of the recent webinars. And in the webinars and in live practice, we start the word of the day by doing a self-hug. And a self-hug is literally a hug. You put your hands on your shoulders and you close your eyes, or you look into the Zoom and you say, I love you and your name. We'll always be together and we'll always be safe. And the origin of this incantation will be the subject of another video. But for now, that's what you say. So my friend Bill, he took the leap. He was obviously very uncomfortable, but he did it. And afterwards, when I spoke to him, he said, wow, that was amazing. I never done that before. I'm in my 70s. But when I did this, I felt this really great sense of being connected. And I was like, fine. So then I get a call from him, and Bill says, it's amazing. I used some of the techniques that you taught with this friend of mine that was really upset. And I was able to get her to calm down when she did the self-hug. It was amazing, an amazing feeling to be able to have some effect on someone else. And then he started talking about how he has always wanted to have spiritual experiences, but never has. And I started laughing. And I said, Bill, what do you think those two experiences were? If they were not. He said, you hugged yourself and you said you had this complete connection to everything. That is the definition of a spiritual experience. And then when you were able to help someone else using these techniques, again, you had that feeling of connectivity and power. So don't make a big deal out of the spiritual experiences. You can have them all day long. It's just a question of saying, I would like to feel this large sense of connectivity, because that's what it is. And when you feel connected, that's when you are in the flow state. That's when your creativity will work the best, whatever you're doing. That's when it's a good time to, if you are an artist or you write. But the most important thing is to understand is that spiritual experience is always available to us. It's really just a question of saying, I'd like to feel that now, taking a breath. And I find that doing the word of the day puts me there every single morning when I wake up, and lots of people are beginning to think so too. So if you find this interesting and you're interested in having spiritual experiences at will, on command, come follow us on the various social media and see other contact details below.